That's what we need.
Because we don't really have enough food, so. Okay, so workplace violence. So the three types of workplace violence, we have harassment, that includes swearing, shouting, yelling, psychological trauma, such as threats, and physical violence. All of these are no-nos. So categories of workplace violence. We have 4 different ones. Stranger on employee, that's no relationship between the person doing the harm to the facility or the workers. We have customer on employee, so that's a disgruntled client, customer, whatever the reason is, coming and doing physical harm on us and the workplace. Partner on employee, violence is committed by someone who has a personal relationship with the employee, such as a family member, friend, or spouse. Finally, employee on employee, violence is committed by a current, former, or potential employee, including managers and supervisors. And this can happen outside of the workplace as well. It doesn't have to be just here. So what are some warning signs for this? Kind of showing if you see someone who has an increased absenteeism, changes in personal appearance and behaviors, reduction in job efficiency, stress in an employee's life, unexplained bruises, injuries, or cuts, agitation, substance abuse, and a history of violent or antisocial behavior. So there's 3 different levels to how this escalates. Level 1, we're just going to have refuses to cooperate with others, kind of spreads negative rumors throughout the workplace, makes unwanted sexual advances, and makes others feel uncomfortable. Level 2, it's going to kind of further into where that person is now arguing frequently here, resists supervisors and policies, making threatening statements, and discussing violent crimes. And level 3 is going to be the action of that. So they're engaging in physical alterations and then destructive acts and criminal activity. So if you guys didn't, when I was doing this, I didn't even know we had that. There's a button on the phones that says emergency help. So if you ever have someone who you are in a situation like this, you just push that button and it lets everyone here know. That's a really important thing. So if you are confronted, make sure you utilize that. Remember to stay calm, speak slowly and softly. Remember seeing on Oprah once that if you engage with a person and really talk with them and look into their eyes and talk about your life even, that person sees you as a real human and not just as this thing that they want to destroy. So if you present yourself as a calm, rational person, you can usually calm them down too. And then just remember to keep the situation in your control and always speak with your supervisor too. So there actually is a form that needs to be submitted if any sort of workplace violence is committed. So employees are required to report any conduct that is perceived to be harassment or workplace violence and are encouraged to bring such conduct into the attention of the supervisor and the executive director. Employees reporting a complaint shall complete a critical incident report, and the complaint will be investigated immediately. Also, retaliation for reporting any harassment will not be tolerated and will be grounds for termination for any employee who engages in such action.
And I think it's our responsibility, not only if we're observing harassment towards ourselves as individuals, but it's also our responsibility if we observe it happening towards others, if that makes sense. That's our responsibility. We report it if we observe between employees or a client and
So anytime you see it, you want to make sure that you submit a form for that. Good thing we just went over that. This is a really good way to kind of lead way into the employee assistance program, so what we discussed earlier. So if you feel like you just need help kind of dealing with stress or your daily life, make sure that you take advantage of that program so that these sort of things don't happen and they don't unfold. The EAP program can help employees with work-related and personal issues, resolving issues between coworkers and supervisors, also providing referrals to other outside agencies a good way to deal with stress from a traumatic incident. And just some tips, make sure that you get to know any NAIC security personnel. Be aware of escape routes throughout the building. Do not wear your workplace badge in public. A potential attacker can learn your name and place of employment. Be sure to lock your office doors and secure valuables. When away at a conference, always lock your hotel room door. And if leaving your office late, walk with a coworker and a security officer. And always make sure to have your keys in your hand before you're out to your car. Okay. Any questions? Let's do the test. Okay. So, number 1. The 3 types
Uh-oh,
of...
I didn't get one.
I didn't get one. I need 2. I'm gonna make some copies. Oh, it got laid right. Okay.
Thank you.
Does anyone else need one? Oh, sorry. Does anyone else need one?
I didn't know.
I have taffy if you guys get this right. Okay, so number 1, who has the answer? The 3 types of workplace violence are harassment, physical, and psychological. True or false? I heard you. You want some candy?
Sure.
Yeah, it
This
says
is physiological.
Physiological.
Is it physiological or psychological?
Psychological.
Then it's false.
False.
Boom.
Was it? That was you.
Was that a trick question?
Yeah.
Oh! That sounds like physiological.
So, yeah. I just wanted to catch it.
Wow.
Alright. Stranger unemployed category of workplace violence includes anyone who receives a service from NAIC.
False.
False. I can't throw it. Alright, employee on employee workplace violence can occur with a former, current, or potential employee.
True.
True. Larry.
Larry.
You want
The
some
old
candy?
man. Yes, ma'am.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. We'll get it. We'll get it. That's
I like
good.
don't done it anymore.
Don't throw her again.
Alright, some warning signs of workplace violence include increased absenteeism, stress in a person's life, and agitation.
True.
True. I'm just gonna
Tell him.
hand that down.
Yeah, like it'll make it.
A level 3 escalation includes engaging in criminal activity.
True.
True. What else does it include? Anyone all know that? Bonus? Anyone?
Physical.
Huh?
And then I'll
Yeah,
physical
yeah.
and actual
Chris,
assaulting.
Chris.
Actually doing
Yeah.
physical harm.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. If confronted, you should yell back at the person.
Oh, no.
That one?
That was good.
You guys just can't catch.
It was a little short.
Alright. If confronted with a workplace violence or an emergency, you should press
False.
the emergency help button located on your phone.
True.
True.
Larry didn't get that one. Or someone else.
She's gonna pass it down.
Just throw it at people. Random.
Alright. Employees should not report an incident of workplace violence to anyone in the organization. False. Basic, you got that.
Come on.
Ah,
Alright.
first one on camera that caught it.
Okay. NAIC offers an employee assistant program
True.
for employees.
It's all that pie.
Oh, I guess you're supposed to go yet. I'll wait.
Okay.
He's all ramped
And
up.
the last one, you should get to know your
That
security
sugar got
personnel.
to go.
True. Okay, I have a question. Who's our security personnel?
It was that cherry pie.